Well, hello and welcome back. I'm Claire. This is Purple Poppy and look what has just landed. It's a little bit late. There was a problem apparently with the shipping from the States, but we've got it now and we're really pleased to have it. I've had a quick flick through. I love this matte blue on the front. I think it's absolutely beautiful. You know I'm a blue freak anyway. So I've had a flick through it all. There's lots of lovely projects in here. There are two in particular that I'm drawn to that I want to make my own version of. So let's look at the first one. Now the first one is this. This is, in my opinion, off the screen. There you go. This, in my opinion, is absolutely beautiful. Sadly, I can't draw. So I am never going to be able to recreate that freehand. Hubby can draw. I might be able to get him to do me some outlines. But anyway, he's obviously busy doing other things. So, fortunately, a few pages back, that many pages back, we've got these dress outlines. So I figured I could semi-cheat. I can create the background with some book pages and some inks. I can then get myself one of these outlines and I can either get the movement in it by using fabric or maybe just leave it flat by using some of the pretty papers that are in here. Now, I'm surprised I'm drawn to this because pink's not really my thing, as you know. But having said that, I was then drawn to this paper. You know, you get papers in here. So I'm thinking this is probably going to be the paper of my chosen dress. One of those in there. So we're going to need to get ourselves a template. Well, that's fairly easy with some basic copy paper. So I can do that. But I can then maybe use this paper. I think this is beautiful. And it's always stiff, this paper. It's lovely. Use this paper. Maybe some lace or whatever. We'll see how we go. But that's what we are up to today. So the first thing I need to do is get myself a background made. So I have got here a series of book pages. Let's get some coffee and get crafting. Now, I've done this before. I know you've seen me do this before. So we're going to create our own paper by using book pages. So I'm just going to pull a couple of pages off like that. We don't want that one because that one's plain. So we'll save that for something else another day. But we've got two of those and some sticky fabric string. So we got two of those. I'm going to get two of these out of the old dictionary. Just going a chunk further back to make sure we've got different letters. And then this is just an old book, but it's beautifully aged. So we can have a couple of these pages as well. Okay, that one. Let's have three of this one. Just want to make sure I've got pages that have got plenty of colour around them. Okay, so first things first is I'm going to use my messy mat deliberately, obviously, and I'm going to use this as a bit of a template to show me, you know, the size that I'm going to want. So I'm going to start by laying down one of the pages. Okay. I'm then going to take one of the different pages and I'm going to butt up to the text like that. And I'm just using my glue stick. So just line that up to the text, line it up to the top so that we're getting a nice square piece of paper. And then I'm going to take this piece of dictionary. Now we've got the correct way on its side. So now this one, I think I want to do it upside down because I want all of these papers running in different directions. Okay, so line it up. I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to tear it off on the text line of the other paper. Okay, so that we've got obviously an overlap and we're creating an entire sheet of paper. So then this one's upside down, line it up like so. And now I'm going to have a piece of this one and I'm going to go that way. Okay, but I don't want that big white line, so I'm going to take that excess white off. Excuse me. Like that. Now that's not straight. And this line is not straight because of where I tore it out. So I come down there like that. And then I'm going to line it up on the font again, which gives me a straight line, and on that font there like that. Okay, so we'll glue there and we'll glue there. And now from those old book pages, which let's face it, are just out the scraps box really, although I don't keep them in a box, they are just out the scraps box. We've got ourselves A, an interesting background, and B, a free sheet of paper. I'm going to come all the way down here and take that off, and then I'm going to tear this piece off here like that. Excuse me. So now, it doesn't matter which way, you know, we turn it, we've got an interesting background. Slightly over A4, doesn't matter. So that's the first part of the job. The second part of the job is to get some colour in the background. Now, in the one that's in the book, I don't want to put this on there because that's all sticky glue. On the one that's in the book, where is it? I'm not going to be able to find it now, am I? Should have left me bookmark in it. Right, so it's before that, isn't it? We know that. Where did I? Should have left the bookmark. That'll teach me, won't it? Not in there. It's before these people, I think. Before the houses. Oh, goodness me. This is silly. Anyway, she has got the lady in a pink sort of inked dress. There it is. Pink ink dress with this sort of pistachio-y blue background. Now I have got, let me dig out my inks. I have got this crushed olive distress oxide. have I got? I've got the salvage patina. I like that, I don't like that. So, and I haven't got a purpley one. Because I'm just thinking of the papers that I'm going to use. So, I also feel like I need a stencil, or yeah, stencil rather than a stamp. So let me have a little look. This is good for me. Right. So what I'm going to do is move the book again so that we've got some working space. I'm going to bring in my dirty mat. I'm also going to bring in my glass square, like so. And I've got some water. So we are going to have a rub and an ink splodge. I'm going to use a paintbrush and just, okay, and just get some of this yellowy green on here, like this. Okay, that I feel I need a bit here. Right, that's looking good for me. What I'm going to do is put you on pause, go and get this dry, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so this is all nice and dry. I'm just going to clean up my glass mat and the dirty mat a little bit so that we can do that again with some more colour, because I did remember that although I haven't got any purple, I have got aged mahogany, sort of pinky, and I've got tattered rose. This is very, very pale. This is almost white, but we've got those two, so we'll go again. Use a different paintbrush because we don't really want the green in it, do we? And then the red. And I'm just going to try and do that again. Let's get some more colour in here. Don't mind if it's on top, like so. And then I'm going to go and get that dry, and then we can work on our dress, which is the top layer. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I'm back. This is all nice and dry, and I'm loving the colouring on it. So we've now obviously used these three colours. Let's have a double check that that is going to work with that paper. I think we could have done with a bit of blue in there, but none of my blues are Tim Holtz, and therefore they don't do, you know, the water splash. However, this colour here is almost like, see, I thought I'd finished, is almost like iced spruce, this colour. So I might have lied to you. I might have to put a little bit of this on and then we can start on our dress, but it's always best to check, is it not? So I'll bring back my glass. We'll have some of the iced spruce on there. We will give it a little squirt of water. You can't see it very well because of the blue mat. but it's, you know, it's there. Right, let's try that. So I think we're going there. Yeah, you see? And we're going up here like that, and then one down this corner. Okay. Oh, a bit up here. Is there any left for this top corner? A little tiny bit. Okay, dry it off and I'll be back. Won't be long. Okay, this is dry. I've torn out my paper, and here are my dress templates. So I've just got a piece of really thin copy of paper. I think I'm going to go for this one because these feel like ball gowns, and I don't feel like I really want a ball gown. I feel like this is a nice spring stroke summer's day that we're creating here. So I want, you know, a casual summer dress. And as you can see through here quite well. So I'm just gonna trace off myself a template. There we go. Quick and easy, super simple. And then I'm gonna, where's my scissors? Here's my scissors. I'm just gonna trim this out roughly. Obviously, pop it onto here. And I think I'm just going to go right on the edge there, like that. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. It's just a bit like fussy cutting, isn't it, really? Just going to trim this out. Cut that sleeve a bit narrow, but we can live with that, I think. Right, just make sure that's lined up, because I have moved that a little bit. Now I've moved it a lot. I should have left it alone. There it is. Okay, and around there, and then it's just round up. Now you see that one's gone round, that one's a point. That's not quite right, is it? So if I turn that over like that, that should give me the round that I want. Close enough. So there, we've got ourselves a lovely pretty dress. Excuse me. And I feel like I want this here. Like, sort of like that. Okay. And then I'm going to bring in my stencil and the other, you know, back the inks. So looking at this, we need the red, the pink, and this one. I'm not going to use the olive because there's not really much green in it. So I'm going to start with the tattered rose, like so, and I want to start about there. and I'm going for the 751. So I'm going to get plenty of ink on my brush, and I just want to, now this has been used for brown ink, so we are getting a little residue, but I like that because this pink is so pale. That's, you know, bringing up the colour a little bit. So we've got 751 over there. Okay, I'm going to make it all about the numbers, I think, but also I like this journey. So summer's day, going on a bit of an outing, so I'm going to put journey across there. I'm going to move the dress. I'm going to do it in the mahogany now. So it's just really stenciling and, you know, sticking, but that's what we're going for. So we've got journey up there. I'm also going to add a different 6471 down here, also in the mahogany, like that. Okay, and then I feel like I want some, like, some more mess, if that makes sense. So what I'm looking for is my Tim Holtz stencil that's got that mess on it. It's not that one. It's one of these. That one. That's the one that I want. That one there. But maybe some bubbles as well. So what I'm going to do now, excuse me, get rid of the numbers for a minute, cover up these inks because they're all exposed, and then I think with this green, which I'm going to use this bluey brush for, I'm going to, we've got big numbers on the back there as well, so I want some of these bubbles. So like this. Just some bubbles, yeah. And then we'll have a few more over here. Like so. And then Bo. Sorry. And then what I want is some of this. So up in this top corner, just, yeah, let's sort of use it up, wear it out. No, don't sing, Claire, please don't sing. I can't sing ringing, I really can't. But I'm a happy soul and I often want to sing, so, you know, people are often subjected to a single line of very bad singing. Okay, now I feel like we need something here. So, do we want more of those bubbles? Not really. But in this set, I've actually got words. So, we could maybe do a stamp as well. I'm just wanting a little bit more background than maybe she had. So, you shouldn't really stamp in oxide, she says. Stamping in oxide. Because it, well, it's just a bit weird, really. But make sure that's upside down. Not upside down, rather. Did you hear that? That's a Jenga collapse under my desk. There you go. So we just got a little bit of extra depth there. That makes me happy. So now I've got my dress to come in here like this, you see. Okay, I've got a terrible mess, got stuff everywhere. So if we bring her back in for a minute, you can see there's a very heavy black line all around the dress. Now I have got my black watercolour pencil just on my desk here somewhere, she says. There it is. So we could maybe do this. So let's get that stuck down. Excuse me. Pick that up. Right. So if we put, I say her, but the dress there, that's where I sort of wanted it, wasn't it? So we'll stick the dress down there, like so. Okay. And then if I move them so I can swing the paper around a little bit, I can start to draw round the dress. But also, because she's, I'll have to check the lady's name in a minute, but because she's done hers as a hand drawing rather than a cutout, obviously she's got sort of many lines where she's gone backwards and forwards around the dress, drawing it in. So I think what I might have to do is just sort of try and make it look a little bit more sort of hand drawn by doing several of these lines, and we could maybe give it some movement here like this. Yeah. Maybe a sort of waistline. And just sort of add some movement into that dress. Yeah, you can see it's nowhere near as good as hers. I mean, she's obviously an artist, but you know, we have created this. I don't want to spill my coffee. There we go. We have created this interesting looking background, which is this sort of limey green and blue. And we have got in our dress, we haven't got in a head. Maybe that's what was missing. Maybe, you know, we should have made it more into a person. But I can just sit and sort of doodle round some of these circles. Make it a little bit more of a painting maybe. What do we think? You know, I'm not claiming to be an artist, I'm just having fun. There you go, I quite like that. And then like here, I don't know, because she did do circles on hers, didn't she? And she sort of followed some of the mess as well. There you go. There's our very first project out of the new book. So as always, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've had fun, got some ideas how to go and play. enjoy your crafty time. I'll see you very soon. Ta-ta for now.